Yeah, it's just a 2-valve, but with bolt-ons, it made 400 wheel. I mean, a Pro Charger technically bolts on. Yeah, it's just a 2-valve, but I borrowed a bunch of nitrous from my dentist and it made like 300 wheel. And now it smokes a lot, but it's just a 2-valve. Yeah, I raced a Hayabusa with my 2-valve Mustang, and I mean, I'm not gonna say that I walked him, but I walked him. He hadn't started his bike, but a race is a race. Yeah, I got shorty headers and an air intake on my 2-valve, and I mean, I don't want to say that I've waxed a bunch of Corvettes, but I've waxed a bunch of Corvettes. So, hey everybody, welcome to the Big Jake channel. We are doing another car review thanks to Brent Shockley of Shocked Auto Source in Union, Missouri. So if you grew up in the early 2000s like I did, you had to know about the 2-valve Mustang. Now the 2-valve Mustang is known as one of the best body styles of Mustang, with arguably one of the kind of more boring motors that they ever put in the car. And there's a lot of people that are gonna be pissed off by that. But the truth is, up to 1996, they were putting a 5-liter 302 cubic inch V8 in all the Mustang GTs, and it was a really popular motor. A lot of people love the 5.0. And that's why in 2011, when they brought back the Coyote Mustang, a lot of people were really happy that it was once again, the GT was once again a 5.0 Mustang. In 1996, they discontinued the 5-liter and replaced it with the 4.6 modular engine, which was known as the 2-valve because it has 2 valves per cylinder, 1 intake, 1 exhaust. Now, when that motor first came out, even though it was a big-ish 4.6 liter V8, it didn't make much over 200 horsepower. And over the years, right up until 2005, it was continually upgraded, but the final version of that 4.6 liter 2-valve Mustang motor only made 260 horsepower and 280 foot-pounds. Now, there were other variations of this motor that were a little bit higher, like the Bullet Mustang, which to this day is one of the coolest cars around, if you ask me. But the big selling point on these cars, in my opinion, and maybe people watching this will disagree with this, is the sound these cars make, because they sound unbelievable. They sound so good. And this car that we're going to drive right now has an exhaust on it, so I'm really excited to drive it. But the biggest selling points on these cars is the way they sound. You can do anything to them. I mean, there's endless parts for these cars. They produced so many of these engines from 1996 to 2004, and I believe I'm getting the years right. If I'm not, comment below and tell me why I'm wrong. But from 1996 to 2004, they produced hundreds of thousands of these 4.6 liter 2-valve motors. And so there's parts everywhere for them. And the Mustangs that they were putting them in 1998, they went to a new body style, which is known as the New Edge Mustang. I don't know what the actual code for it is. Somebody out there knows, because Mustang people are crazy like that. But they produced this body style called the New Edge Mustang, and it was this literally just kind of edgy, very well designed, it looked phenomenal car. I'm really excited to get to drive this. Once again, thank you to Brent at Shocked Auto Source in Union, Missouri. He's making all this happen. He's made it super easy to come and drive these cars, and then I can bring the videos to the people. Let's do it. Alright folks, because the head mount didn't work last time because I'm I'm a little too tall, I'm gonna wear a helmet. Why not? Let's drive a 2-valve Mustang. See? I'm wearing a helmet for you people. That's how much I love you all. I just love YouTubing. YouTubing is so much fun. I get to drive cars. Okay, here we go. First Mustang GT ever. Well, no, that's not true. First 2-valve Mustang GT ever. Let's do this. This car's clean. Now, this one is 136,000 miles. It's super, super clean. Of course, Brent from Shocked Auto Source doesn't really tend to buy anything dirty. He likes to clean cars. Aftermarket Sony head unit. It is an auto. It does have a cold air intake and an SLP catback exhaust. It sounds really good. I don't know how much you're going to be able to hear, but it sounds good. The interior's super clean. So far, the first 30 seconds of driving a 2-valve Mustang have been satisfactory. I am satisfied. Ooh, cold air conditioning. All right, first acceleration ever in a 2-valve Mustang. You're experiencing it with me. Let's do this. Okay, it's an auto, so it shifts a little early. Leaning in it, this is like almost to the floor. That's to the floor. It pulls well. It pulls well. Now, like I said, you know, at the peak, these cars were only making 260 horsepower, so, you know, don't expect it to burn the tires off at 30 miles an hour, but, you know, hi, I'm wearing a helmet, I know. It pulls well, and you know, Brent made a really good point about this car. This is the perfect car for the 16-year-old car guy that hasn't learned how to drive a manual yet, and whose parents don't want him to have 400 horsepower. It's still technically a muscle car. It sounds great. It looks great. It moves well. But you're probably not going to get sideways at 80 miles an hour doing pulls on the interstate. Unless you LS swap it. No lights on the dash. No nothing. No drama. No cracks on the dash. Let's see. Feels nice and tight. Turns well. There's no slop in the steering wheel either. This is good. Okay. Ooh. I think it feels like it pulls equally hard from like a 30 or 40 roll as it does from 0. Let's do that one more time. All right. Where are we at? 25. Whoa, that's its gear. Okay, that's better. It's not shockingly fast, but I feel like second gear is the gear in this car. At least in the first 5 minutes I've been driving it, my car expert brain tells me that second gear is a happy gear in the 2-valve Mustang. And somebody watching this is going to be like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. These are fourth gear cars. These are highway pull cars or something. I don't know. But it felt like when I accelerated from 0 that it was okay, but it felt like maybe something about being in second gear, and that was like roughly 25-30 miles an hour. It felt like it was right in the torque band, and as soon as I hit it, it pulled, and then it grabbed third and just kept pulling. And again, we're talking 260 horsepower, 280 foot-pounds, so for a 16-year-old, it's going to do well. This car will not bore you if this is your first car at all, or even your second car. And with the sounds that it makes, with how well, especially this one runs, I would totally have one of these as a weekend car. These are totally cool because everyone gets really obsessed with horsepower numbers. It's like, oh, well, the LS1 Camaro or the GTO or whatever, they go faster 0 to 60, they do blah, 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 they have more horsepower. But at the end of the day, if a car is enjoyable, you're not going to be going, that's the thing you need to remember, you're not going to be going full throttle in whatever car you buy most of the time. Most of the time, you'll just be driving it. And this car is comfortable. It actually rides really well. It's an enjoyable car. So while sure, there's other cars of the era that are technically faster, so far this is really enjoyable. And I can tell you right now, I had an F-body LS1 Firebird that was technically on paper a lot faster, and I would much rather drive this thing. The AC works, it's quieter, it's more comfortable, it rides better. The interior doesn't sound like it's a rattling bunch of bolts on Adderall. It feels like a better built car, and I know that's heresy to say, but people who've owned F-body cars, which is really often what people compare this car to, is the F-body. If you've owned an F-body car, you know that they were bolted together with super glue, and they're really fast, and that's pretty much their only redeeming characteristic. This is a short drive. We actually got to Brent's dealership a little bit late, so out of respect, we're going to get the car back to him. But I totally dig it, and I think he's asking $5 grand for this car, 5-ish grand, maybe a little bit more. It's definitely worth a little bit more than that. And again, it's an all original 2004 Mustang GT with 132,000 miles, the 4.6 liter 2-valve motor. I'm into it. I'm totally into it. Again, if you wanted a muscle car, but you didn't need to go 5,000 miles an hour, this would be the way to do it. It is so enjoyable to drive. I'm 6'7". I am 6'7", and I'm relaxed in this car. All right, so we're gonna park it right here at the dealership. Like, I know what I'm doing. He's probably gonna have to move this car because I don't know what I'm doing. Once again, thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for watching this. I hope it was entertaining. Final tally on the Mustang GT. The cons are it's not super fast, but the pros are it's super, super comfortable. It drives really well, even though it's a 2004. It's a really, really, really enjoyable car, and these are super affordable. You can't argue how affordable these cars are. This one is super clean. He's asking $5-ish grand for it. Yeah, I dig it. I dig the 2-valve. I'm a fan. Call me a fanboy. I am a 2-valve fanboy. This is a good one. And there's a lot of them out there like this, but this one, again, is available at Shocked Auto Source in Union, Missouri. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I love you all. Find me on Instagram at BigFastJake, and we will see you on Sunday for the Sunday Sit Down. Bye. Eric, you're driving a Mustang.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't happen that often.
You look adorable, and at least it's a GT. It is an automatic GT, but it's a clean automatic GT.
It's very clean automatic.
Yeah, man.
Found at Shocked Auto Source in Union, Missouri.
Have we mentioned that yet? Shocked Auto Source in Union, Missouri?